First of all, thank you to everybody, coaches, guests. I mean, I know it's at nighttime. Night is always crazy busy, especially for moms. And so just wanted to say thanks for taking the time out of your schedule to be here with us to kind of hear a little bit more about what this is that we have going on. You guys have probably seen different posts that we've been doing. You know, we're crazy workout people, but we wanted to share exactly what it is we're doing to see if it's something that would be a fit for you. Let's see. My name is Lori. For those who don't know me, I am a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody. What that basically means is that I'm working my butt off really hard to help other people because that's what other people did for me. I was at a point really, really low in my life where I had Scooter, my firstborn, and I went way past postpartum depression. I was in looking back now, I was in suicidal depression. I was looking at the Percocet that was left over from the delivery, and many nights I would think that, well, if one helped me to be able to fall asleep and calm my nerves and ease the pain, there are many nights when I thought, wow, like if I took a lot of these, I would just be able to sleep for a very long time. And looking back now, it wasn't necessarily like I wanted to kill myself thoughts, but it was the idea of not waking up the next morning sounded better than what the next day held for me. And it was a friend of mine who wrote me and said, "Hey, you know what? You're different. You're not the same when we talk. You don't even look at people anymore." And so I said, "Yeah, I'm struggling." And she said, "Well, you need to start working out," because I was an athlete in college. That was my thing. I was a workout person. And so I looked into going to some gyms, but I was in such a depressed mode, there was no way that I could even think about dropping my kid off at the daycare. And so I turned to sugar. And I talk to a lot of people and they say, "Yeah, sugar addict, totally get you." I went to Dairy Queen every single day and got their chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard with extra Hershey syrup in it. And then on the way home from Dairy Queen, I went to Wendy's to pick up an M&M Frosty to put in my freezer to have for later. When I walked down when I went to the grocery store, I always walked down the cake aisle and I would buy 3 containers of cake icing. One to keep hidden in my drawer in my bedroom, one to keep in the closet in the office, and one to keep hidden in the pantry. That way then, on the weekends, especially when Cameron was home and I got a craving, I could get a fix, literally a sugar fix, wherever I was without him knowing. I would buy the Little Debbie snack cakes, the Swiss rolls. I'd buy 2 boxes and I'd eat a whole box on the way home and leave another box underneath the passenger side of the seat. That way then wherever I was, especially at church, I would be able to have that, and I would sneak out. I would hand Scooter over to Cameron and tell him I was going to the bathroom. And I would sneak out to the car and I would eat some. And it was one morning when I put Scooter down for his nap and I was already tired. It was only 9 a.m. And he was a hard baby. He had gastric reflux, projectile vomiting. It was 7, 8 months, 9 months, even a year, and he was not sleeping through the night. And I had just put him down for a nap, and I took out a whipped cream. It was chocolate, whipped Betty Crocker container of icing, brand new. And I sat down and I turned the TV on so I could get my energy. And he started crying from the monitor. And I picked that monitor up and I chucked it across the room, and explicits came out of my mouth. And I realized they were directed towards my baby, who was just as helpless as I was without having a mom who was able to take care of him because I wasn't taking care of myself. And it was at that point that I knew I needed to change. And I went in and I picked him up and I rocked him for the very first time, really studying him and loving him and knowing that I made a promise to him that I would take care of him, and I renewed that promise that very day. And I went through my house and I took out everything, all cold turkey snacks, and it totaled at that day $200 and some odd in my house worth of hidden snacks. I knew I couldn't go to the gym though. It wasn't gonna happen, but I knew I needed to do something for me. So I logged on and looked up home workouts, and I came to the Beachbody website. And I saw Insanity, which was the thing that totally drew my excitement and attention, because those were moves that I did when I was an athlete in college. It drew me back. I saw flashbacks of what it was like back in college. So I ordered the program, and I even have a picture of Scooter standing on the box when we got it. And I did the first workout, and I threw up. And I packed that thing back up in the box and put it back on my dining room table, and felt defeated again. And it sat on my dining room table for a whole entire week, and I looked at it every single day, dreading what I knew I had to do. But it was finally, Cameron said, are you going to return it or are you going to use it? And so I pulled it out and I went onto the Beachbody website, because I'd seen that they said that there were message boards with people helping other people to get through the program. So completely anonymous, I joined a group that started Insanity that next Monday. And this group was my lifesaver. The girl who led the group, I can never repay her, but she would text me every day. She would connect with me. She would say, hey, I saw BYU Cougars. They have a game coming up. I know that it's going to be the weekend and there's going to be some temptations. Stay strong. I'm cheering for you, and I want to hear the report at the end of the day on how you did staying strong with your goals. I mean, she checked in religiously. And it's because of her I lost 35 pounds and felt amazing. So that's my physical transformation story. It was another 2 years before I actually decided to become a coach. But during those 2 years, it was one of those things that I knew I had to do something to share what that did for me. And so when I started an Insanity group on Facebook after I had Andy, I had a friend reach out to me and say, hey, you know what? You're doing what a coach does. Would you like to actually look and see what you can do as a coach to help more people? And I knew that that was the right timing and the right thing for me. And so I became a coach to help more people. So that is my story, and the rest is not history, but it's the future, and it's still being written. I'm going to also introduce another best friend of mine. Her name is Carrie Lynn, and she is a rock star. She has 5 kids, and so if anybody has an excuse that they're too busy, I mean, she definitely would. But she has taken this opportunity and run with it. And the amazing thing is that not only is she changing her life, but it's really awesome to see the lives of the people that she's helping to see an amazing hope for the future. So, Kaylin, take it over.
I have a story kind of, in some ways, it's a lot like Lori's, but I knew Lori like the whole time through all of these things that she's talking about, and she hid her depression well from everyone else. And I remember when she made her first video talking about how she got started and her frosting addiction, and I was just like, no way, there's no way. She just always was like, we would just run into the park or see each other at church, and she has real problems just like me. And so I've known Lori a long time. I've watched her transformation, and that is a big part of why I am coaching now, is because she is amazing. And I just watched her and her Facebook page and all her posts and how happy she was and how she was always just looking to, everything was put together, and her kids were happy, she was happy. And after my 5th child was born, he's kind of a surprise. I kind of was feeling low, like Lori. He was a baby that did not sleep. He still does not sleep. And she's a challenge. And I just, every day is focused on just keeping him alive, keeping my house from being destroyed. And I started CrossFit, which is expensive, but I loved it. I loved getting a workout. But eventually, towards 8 or 9 months of doing it, I couldn't afford it anymore. And I was looking at Lori's page, and Lori reached out to me probably every 6 months, like since she started Beachbody, and I always said no, or I said, oh, maybe for Christmas I'll get it, or I always said I couldn't afford it. But I made money for CrossFit, but I couldn't make money for Beachbody. So finally I was like, I have to try it. This is the one thing that's going to work. My kids were sick all of December, and I was paying $100 to go to the gym that I never could go to because I was home with sick kids. For like an entire month, it seemed like. So I have 5 kids, so once the sickness goes through every kid, it's like a month later that you can get out again. And so I texted Lori, and I said, Lori, I need to try it. I'm ready. I'm all in. I want to coach because we were at a place with the 5 kids that we needed an extra income. So it was either go out and get a job and never be able to have time to work out, or try something that might make me happy with my workouts and actually I could make some money with. So my husband supported me. I was really lucky about that. And I hit the ground running by just starting my program, posting pictures of me doing it. And I got like my neighbor next door who, I want to do it with you. And that was my first challenge pack sale with Max 30. And I fell in love with Max 30. I fell in love with Lori and coaching and her helping me and her making me successful. And that's pretty much how I am now. I wanted to be successful. Adrian's up here in the corner and Angel. Those are my 2 first coaches I really signed up that weren't Adrian's family, but I kind of dragged them along with me because I love it. That's kind of where I'm at.
Awesome, and I will again reiterate that I don't make anybody successful, but Carolyn has just always said, okay, what's next? What's next? How can I help more people? What's next? So it's just been really fun, and that's one thing that you'll find about our group is that I think that we're extra special because we remind each other that this is fun. And it's like an exclusive mom's club sort of deal, exclusive women's club that you get to be you. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, that's not cool and working out fun, but like coaching, like you see us posting and sharing on Facebook, but it's like, well, is that what you do? Well, it is. Our team super focuses on what we call the 3 vital behaviors, and they're vital because you can't succeed without them. And I'm going to say succeed, and you put in whatever success means to you, because whether it be to make a side income, whether it be to make a full-time income, whether it be to help hundreds of people, or whether it just be to improve yourself, I have found that you cannot, in life in general, succeed without these 3 things. So we call them the 3 vital behaviors. And number 1 that we focus on as a team and individually is personal development. I know that might sound kind of like, ugh, like self-help. Believe me, I never read a book in college. Cliff Notes from my best friend. And I just, even the first 2 years in coaching, I was fine. I'm good. Don't need any self-help. I'm cool over here. And it was when I was talking to a friend and I said, I really have a hard time dreaming big because I'm a realist. I see things the way they are and I'm a realist. And they said, are you a realist or are you having a hard time believing you can reach big goals? And it really got me thinking about all the different things that were said, whether it be from the school system, from the church system, from parental, friends, influence, all the different things that were programmed into your mind, whether you knew it or not, that is feeding fear and feeding limiting beliefs and stopping you from reaching goals. So I said, fine, I'll try out this self-help no-go stuff and see what's going on. And it was John Maxwell's book, The 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth. That was my first personal development book. And it actually talks about the importance of having a personal growth plan. So I highly recommend that book. And what I realized is that not only from my past, but look at the week, this past week. Look at how much negativity is out there. Look at how much complaining and stressing and worrying is in the world today. If that's all that we're feeding our minds, then it's very hard to focus on the good and to find the good when you're surrounded by negative thoughts, especially your own. We are our own worst critic. And so we stress, and you can talk to every single one of my coaches on my team, that there is not a day that goes by that I haven't asked what personal development they've done. What positive thought do they plug into? That is my number one. If you don't do personal development, then being a coach is not for you. Because that is the number one thing that will change your life. And it is vital. It is the number one thing that if tomorrow Beachbody didn't exist, if Tony Horn was never born, and even if we didn't have a team, I will honestly not regret a single day spent in the company because of the person I've become to reach my goals because of Beachbody. Since joining Beachbody and 2 years ago realizing that I needed personal development, I now have over 100 books that I have read. And it has changed my life, it's changed my relationships, it's changed my communication, it's changed my confidence, my belief, my time management skills are through the roof, and I couldn't even make it to school on time most days when I was in college. And it has just completely changed me. And like John Maxwell says, if you strive for goals, you may or may not hit them. But if you strive for personal progress, you will always hit the goals because you're becoming the person who deserves to reach those goals. So, personal development is number one. So every day, 10 to 15 minutes, or 10, I say at least 20 pages, but we're talking upscaling your time. When you're in your car, Darren Grayley, that's amazing book. I love that. It's amazing. Brené Brown is absolutely mind-blowing. Yes. Upscale your time. Emptying the dishwasher, put some headphones in. What are you listening to when you're in the shower? Your own thoughts? Are they positive? Are they exciting? Are you planning big goals for the day when you're getting ready for work or getting the kids ready for school? When you're driving, that's like my personal university. Like, if I had used my driving, like, they say that within a year of somebody's life, if you use that as your university on wheels, you could read as much as earning a 4-year degree in college because of all the time you spend in the car. So put one headphone in, not two, one headphone in, or put it in your audio and plug in your iPhone to your car stereo. And don't listen to songs about breaking up and this and that and the other. Listen to people who are going to feed you positive thoughts. So that is number one, and that is number one because then it spills into number two, which is being a product of the product. Basically what that means is you working on your fitness journey. We don't have to have perfect bodies. We don't have to have reached our fitness goal. In fact, that being on your journey makes you more relatable. Sharing your struggles makes you more likable because you're a human being that people can relate to. You know, what's more relatable? Somebody posting tomorrow about how they worked really, really hard and lost 3 pounds this week, or somebody posting about how they worked really hard 5 years ago and lost 20 pounds. Which one are you going to relate to tomorrow? It's the person sharing their journey that they're on. So we don't have to have reached our fitness goals, but we do have to be striving for them. And it doesn't mean perfection. Again, we all slip up. We're all human. We all have 2 meals. We all have life that happens. And we're just sharing our journey. We're working out. We're trying our best to get healthy. And we're drinking Shakeology, which is helping us be able to feel the benefits. And then part of being part of the product is the sharing that you see on Facebook. We're sharing the benefits. We're not selling programs. That's not what we do. I will talk more about that, but I am hardcore about how we are not salespeople. I will hop on every single one of my coaches and give them a little private message if I see them doing that. So just right there is an amazing part of being a Beachbody coach on Team Force. because those two vital behaviors are focusing on you. They're making sure that you are taking care of yourself. You know, you are the most important person to me on this team. I love your family, I love your friends, I love all the people you're going to help. But my main concern are the coaches on my team. Making sure that you guys are changing your life, because we can change the world, starting with ourselves first. So those two vital behaviors, every day, except for rest days, you make sure it gets done. And you share what it's doing for you. That leads into our third vital behavior, which the first two make it so much easier. It's the one that most coaches hesitate because it is a little scary and it is a little bit going out of your comfort zone, but it's the inviting people to join you on your journey. We aren't salespeople. People have already heard of P90X, Insanity, T25, 21 Day Fix. They're household names. We don't need to sell them. Beachbody's paying out millions upon millions of dollars to advertise their programs. That's not what we're doing. We're inviting people to join us. We run what's called challenge groups every month. You might have seen one of the posts from the coaches inviting you to a challenge group. What that is connecting you with the right tools you need to reach your goals and being put into a private Facebook group where we can share our struggles, we can share our triumphs and celebrate with each other. We learn about clean eating, we learn about cheat meals. You know, there's a whole curriculum that we as a team have put together to make it fun and engaging and informative. And so our only job is to help fill in the accountability part of the formula. Beachbody's filled in the fitness and the nutrition, and we're helping with the accountability. I mean, who doesn't want a cheerleader for life? And so that's what we are. We are cheerleaders, we're motivators. We are the people who are going to be there and never give up on you. And so the inviting part is simply inviting people to a challenge group, inviting people to a webinar like this just to see if something would be a fit for them. So those are the three vital behaviors, and that's what we focus on every single day. We get up, we work out, we better our minds, and then we invite people if they want to be a part of our team. Now, after going over that, the very next question people have is, well, how much time does it take? I'm already busy, already have a full plate. Totally get that. I mean, we all are pretty busy these days. Well, that's why this is cool, because there are three levels of coaching. You can be what we would like to call our Shakeology lovers, our VIP members. Basically, you become a coach and you pay a $16 a month membership fee, kind of like a Costco or Sam's Club membership fee. And with that, you then get 25% off all the products and all the programs. Shakeology, if you're going to make more than one purchase of a program, and you then are a VIP member in our challenge group. And so these coaches are working on their journey, and you're welcome into our coach group. We love you, and we're supporting you, and we're super excited to have you join us. That doesn't take any more time than it would be to just work out and eat healthy anyway. So if you go that route, it doesn't have to take any time at all. The next one is our challenge group coach, which is the type of person who loves the programs, who loves Shakeology, who is excited about a challenge group or had a great experience about a challenge group and wants to have the opportunity, if somebody asks them what they're doing, to share what they did and be able to help that person in a challenge group and get a commission for it. These coaches, they're not necessarily shouting from the rooftops, but they are thinking about who could possibly use, a program like 21 Day Fix with a portion control system. When they're drinking Shakeology, somebody might pop into mind that, wow, you know what, so-and-so down the street said they're really busy, maybe they could use this. Or they're just simply open to answering questions when people ask them how they're rocking their results. And so this type of coach also doesn't take very much time. It's just a matter of you're at a Memorial Day party and somebody says, man, you look great. What did you do over the past year? And it's just a matter of a simple conversation and then connecting them and putting them in the group that we're running. There really isn't much time in the business other than talking to people as the conversation comes up. Then we have a business builder coach. This is the type of person who loves the products, loves Shakeology, super enthusiastic, loves challenge groups, and wants to use this to create an online fitness business. Can see this as a way to work from home, to be with their kids, to create a side income, and help as many people as possible get into a challenge group and feel as good as they do. This type of coach is the one who wants to be able to eventually even run their own challenge groups, create their own team, and it could be something as simple as covering their costs of Shakeology. You can do that. They want to create a side income so they can save up for vacations, or they could have something to pay for grocery bills or gas for their car, or it can be something as paying your monthly mortgage. Or there are some coaches who on our team are looking at how hard their spouse works and would love to make this income to be able to bring their spouse home from work. So this business building coach can fit in a wide range of financial goals. Now, this type of coach, it does take a little bit more time, but what we've done is we've put together the most effective to-do list, I guess you would say, the tasks that would help this coach reach those goals, and we call it our power hour. So we have some coaches who are able to work this business 2 to 3 hours, and we have some coaches who only have an hour. And so you can reach financial goals by doing this for just 1 hour a day. And we will share with you that list. We also have coach training. So you're not left alone. We have a 21-day coach university that you can go through and learn step by step how we use time management, how we are able to schedule our priorities. So that's, again, this team is awesome, and we make sure that our families stay first and foremost while we build our dreams. And so we teach you how to do time management. We teach you how to be effective in your conversations and build the skills you need to be able to not make this a full-time job, but a part-time job making a full-time income. And so we take care of all that for you. I think that is something, the type of coach that you're thinking about being. The next question is usually, okay, well, this is all sounding really great, working out, feeling good, part of a team, getting the training, but how much does this all cost? Well, here's the deal. Remember when I said the 3 vital behaviors, being a product of the product, is super important. It helps us from becoming salespeople. So Beachbody said, you want to be a coach, you want to help other people, share your story. So the only cost it takes to become a coach is to get a program in Shakeology. So that way then you can share your story. You can actually be able to give people your story with 100% confidence and belief that it works because you're doing it. So the cost of a program ranges from $140 to $205. That's it. You can start your own business, become a CEO with unlimited goals for yourself for that price range. Now, it does have a $40 coach sign-up fee, but when you buy a challenge pack, the fitness program and Shakeology together, that's waived. Now, if you already have a program and you need to still get Shakeology, we can set you up with a challenge pack, get that $40 fee waived, and still save you money. If you had actually already bought a challenge pack, and you've already bought Shakeology and a program together, Beachbody actually just 2 years ago put into place a coach upgrade where all you have to do is sign a paper, send it in, and you will get the $40 back. So anybody who's bought a challenge pack within that year, you can upgrade to a coach for free. So if you already bought a challenge pack and you're loving Shakeology and you're drinking it every month and you want to save money on Shakeology, I always recommend that is a no-brainer to save money. Who doesn't want a discount? That's actually the main number one reason why I started in the first place. Because I love being able to work out and get a discount. So after that, then your monthly fee as a coach is $16 a month. And again, that takes care of, we're not driving around with Shakeology in the trunks of our car, we're not driving around with programs, we're not having to travel and distribute things physically. Beachbody takes care of all the drop shipment. They also then take care of all the advertising. I mean, again, you have a huge, brilliant advertising team with Beachbody because they're the infomercial kings when it comes to home fitness programs. And then it also helps take care of the websites, all the changes and updates that happen. So that $16 a month takes care of all of that for you, and you get a 25% discount. So you're like, okay, great, discount, side income, working on myself, but I hate selling. So do I. When I was in college, there was a call center right across from the dorms that I lived in. I was a sophomore. I had just moved off campus, and I was like, I need to make some money, so I want to be able to pay for the gas in my car now. And so I went to this call center, and I started working with them, and they had a script, and I was reading it, and at the end of the week, they called me in for an evaluation, and they said, Lori, this just isn't working. You actually have gotten the lowest score in our company at birth. I didn't do anything well with this call. I got fired from a call center, guys. So, and there were inbound calls, like people were calling to order something, and I really screwed everything up. So I know, I hate sales, I feel super pressured with sales, and I can't do them. Which is why we have the 3 Vital Behaviors, which is why we have the challenge groups. There is no selling involved. You're bettering yourself. You're becoming a better person. You're looking better. You're feeling better. Your energy is better. That comes across when you're sharing your story. And then we have challenge groups, and you're just inviting people to see if they want to take a spot in the challenge group, just to check it out. That's all. There's no posting links on your Facebook page to buy. There's no corporate images. That's what I look for. We don't use any corporate images to promote any programs because we're not Beachbody corporate. We're not selling the programs. We share our own story. So there is no selling. It's just asking people if they want to take a spot in the next challenge group. That's all. No pressure. They say no, totally cool. Maybe they know somebody who wants to. If not, we still want to make sure that we are friends and we're connected on that good relationship level. So there's no hassle, bugging, pressure sort of sales stuff. Ugh, that's not our team at all. So I've talked to a lot of people, considering becoming a coach. And the things that come to their mind are, I don't know, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I don't know if I can do this. I'm kind of shy. I'm not in great shape right now. Who would want to follow me? Who would want to join with me? I don't know many people. I just, what if I invest in this and I'm not successful? Well, this is what I have to say about fear, because I thought all those things. And honestly, I still have fears. The fear never goes away. You just learn to power through it. You learn to keep on going because what you're doing is helping lives, helping people be able to feel hope, light, love, become a part of an awesome, exclusive women's club where we are having fun. And we are not just trying to survive the day, we are enjoying our day. We're creating friendships and relationships with each other and with those around us. And so I want you to start thinking about what if? What if this doesn't work? What if you don't get anybody? What if you have nobody join you in a challenge group? What if not a single person signs up as a coach? What if all that happens is that you start working out, you start feeling better, you have more energy, you start looking better, you have more confidence, your husband compliments you for the first time in 17 years. That's happened to one of my challengers before. What if what if all that happens is that your kids see you taking care of yourself and they start working out with you? What if all that happens is that they now start asking for better food choices because they see you making better food choices? What if now you pass on to your kids a better image about what being healthy is? What if they look to you instead of the media? for how to live a healthy, fulfilling life. Would that be worth it? What if you sign up as a coach and you reach out to somebody? Because that's one of our main pushes, just to reach out and spread light and love to people every day. Just, hey, how are you doing? And what if you write somebody and you say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Your name popped into my mind and I thought I'd write you a note letting you know I hope you have a great day. And they write back about how they just got back from the doctors and they have diabetes. And their grandma died. And their mom died. And they right now are super scared about what's going to happen to their life, and they are depressed. And you have a truly heartfelt conversation with them. And you tell them there is a way to help them and you'd like to be there for them. And they become a part of your challenge group. And they change their life. And they don't have the symptoms of diabetes. They have reversed it. And they are feeling good. And they proclaim on their Facebook profile how you are their savior and you are the best thing that happened to them. What if that's all that happens? Is it worth it? What happens if you become a coach and you do the 3 vital behaviors and you are filling your mind with positive thoughts and you are working out and you're getting fit and healthy and you're helping other people and day in and day out you do those 3 vital behaviors? And you can tell your kids you are taking them to Disneyland. You can tell your son that yes, he can have soccer lessons because you can afford it. What if in 2 years you're looking at your husband going, hey, guess what, hon? Guess you just paid the mortgage. What if your husband comes home from work and you tell him you don't have to miss another summer because you just replaced his income? What if that's all that happens? I want to assure you that fear will be there. Fear stops us from doing what we are supposed to do. This is the time to stop letting those fears keep you from reaching your potential, keep you from helping other people, keep you from living the life you are meant to live. Stop thinking that that type of life is for everybody else. It is for you. And today is the day that you deserve to start living it. If you have a little bit of a voice saying, maybe this is something, listen to that authentic voice crying out. It's the fire inside you that has been smoldering. Let that spark go. Light yourself on fire, and the world will watch you burn. And you won't do it alone. Our team is amazing. I love our team. The friendships alone have built me up and helped me become the person I am today. Imagine every day connecting with a group of people who are truly concerned about how you are, who are motivating and inspiring, and they're praying for you. And they get up to go to work to help you. That doesn't happen in any other area of corporate America. So what if you become a coach and it fails miserably? Well, 5 years from now, you won't be asking what if. At least you gave it your all, and at least you gave it your try. And you're not going to do it alone. When you connect to Team Forest as a coach, you connect to a family who loves you. I hope that this gives you a little bit more information, gives you a little bit more knowledge, gives you maybe a tiny tad bit of inspiration. There might be some more questions that you have. I encourage you to connect with your coach. Send them the questions. I encourage you to get on the phone. And if you even want to do a 3-way call, I'm available to connect and answer any questions that you guys might have. We're super excited about the possibilities for each of you. We're super excited about the future for our team, for each other. We're super excited. We celebrate every day all the super awesome things that are happening, from small victories of getting a workout in to helping somebody be able to, sell a challenge pack. And so I'm going to open this up now and welcome anybody to ask any questions. that you might have.